The first impression of a hotel is very important, and sadly at the Grand Mirage it's a little bit too concrete, and that's not a good view. What can be done there? In fact, the flowers and that big chunky table, the nice little Balinese statues really just seem like an afterthought. It's a good big space, but there's too much happening with the little pebble walls and the salt and pepper white pebbles there. That lovely Balinese gate doesn't need the silly pebbles on it. It should be repaired, even painted white. There needs to be more of a theme here. There's some good plants, there's some great trees, but unfortunately all the views are to not so good architecture. So the sort of Hindu theme, that's Mr. Pat from the Luang Prabang Botanical Garden, who's interning here. Look, you can't even see this big water feature. Where would you see it from? Maybe the car park? So this needs opening out a bit and just made more of a feature. You don't really want to see the cars, just certainly that can be improved. Security's a little bit fat. But look, it's a great big hulking, it's like, you know, the entrance of a cheap supermarket in Jakarta, I'm sorry to say. And then look, you look out there and you see that ghastly, you know, signage and think, well, it's your signage, but you've got to thicken that up so you don't see all of the traffic. Very easy to do. So you've got this big space, lost opportunity. Come up the stairs and the overall impression is sort of dark, Sumatran hotel. You've got to open this out. Look at that view to the air conditioner. A depressed person there having a freak out statue. Cacto guide. Sort of fake wall. I mean, the water's nice. There are some big plants, but it just needs finesse. And people get in, they want to see the sea as soon as possible. Oh, that's a horrible dark reception. Why did they close it like that? Really, and these parasocs in the pots, they just don't go. Look, there's the usual pretty litter. If you want to walk around there, I know you've got a thing on the floor. It's just too much pretty litter. Sort of needs the big broom, and as a result of the darkness, when it gets to the light, it hurts your eye. But that's a very sad sort of elevation too. I mean, what can you do? You sort of struggle through the labyrinthian lobby. There's more concrete and mismatching architecture and artwork. Still, you just want to see the sea. Where's the sea? There's a statue the wrong size of a Taruna Jaya. You've got to, at least from here, when people come to the restaurant, they should be able to see the sea. And there's a glass chapel and all sorts of katapang trees. So maybe if we get up here, we can see the sea. But no, there's sort of too much in the way. You want to see the beach from here. So I think a judicious removal of some frangipani just a little bit. But that's a lovely garden view, there's no doubt about it, but you'd really like to see the sea. The pool looks sort of okay. Basically, the garden's in good shape. This central garden's quite nice. Way too much architecture there. It's not like a hotel in Batu Ferenghi, the old... Yeah, we can fix that up a bit. I think the pool paving needs redoing. I'm just not sure about those two pavilions. They do look rather good, those conical roofs, but there's nothing Balinese about them. And they just block the view. So this is the bar. Good morning. Ni bar ni here. Did your restaurant betan? Ini dia dagang, restaurant ni napi. Come on, ini king Not paling dagang. Here's a good view. This is a great view here, but only two people get it. Sorry, but in my books it doesn't get much worse than this. You come all the way to Bali to sit in a sort of municipal plaza that's completely surrounded by architecture. I mean, the bar should be down there and then make that restaurant upstairs. I guess this is popular. I suppose it's spillover from breakfast. The skinned abscess just needs to be beefed up. There needs to be a lot more green. Too many views like this that need serious attention. What? Don't touch me. Don't touch me. So you're sort of trying to get to a beach hotel, but with Bear Murray from Hella in the way, just too many obstacles. Nothing but barriers and barriers and barriers. Some are beaches like this. Brilliant location or architectural concept. Again, we would like to see a little bit more beach here. It's really just a big family hotel. They've got all these sort of visual barriers, and then you can't really fall out of the restaurant. There should be stairs there. And really, I would take away this roof and those two roofs there. I'd open up the central core and maybe do things on the side, left and right. But do you really need all these barriers? Barriers, barriers, signage barrier, heavy railing on the, look at that, built to withstand a nuclear winter. Water sport building in front of the view. Oh, finally we get to the beach. And it's gorgeous. What a lovely area. Huggy. But we have to think, is this really necessary? All this stuff here. Oh my God. Really, just little massage tables completely blocking the view. And what's that? I suppose that's the pump room under there, right in the middle of the garden. The architect should be shot. Sea of plastic chairs. I guess the katapang trees are important for shade. For this sort of tourism, I guess this is as good as it gets. And you have to be careful you don't waste money fixing up stuff that isn't broken. But in most of the hotel, this area is quite good. Most of the hotel, where would you start? You want to make a bit of a big difference. I'd be taking out all this central stuff. Make this the breakfast pavilion, like the famous one at the Bali Oberoi. Get them all out of that canteen atmosphere. I guess it's popular for lunch, but could become a, I guess you can't do it, there's just not enough chairs and tables. The central view corridor, this is your view. When you look south, it's pretty bad. Come down the path in the swimming pool, this is what you see. Another view that needs covering up. And we're sort of finding our way. We need more coconut trees, I think, or something, and just a little bit in front of the... Gosh, those pokey little verandas and the planter boxes, they should have made the verandas bigger. Just not sure about all the Hindu statues littered everywhere. They're really not really in positions of respect. Another big wall in front of them. What a potentially gorgeous view. What's happening there? Oh, okay, it's the open stage, but there must be a way of doing this without blocking the view. Oh, well, this must be lovely at night. I think you just don't need that wall. We've got to open. This is really the best part of the hotel. And this is just baking black paving. It's another great area with the grass there. The lasso seems closed. And this is just a room with the best view in the house. I don't know what this is. Frangipani is the flower of the gods. I'm not sure they belong in an ashtray. I'm not sure it's the best place for a welcome.